Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 117 of Rapid Fate Online, and this one's titled Calling in Help. You want to come to mine? You asked. We always go to yours. Come to mine this time. Okay, he said shyly. Later that night, you were tits deep in Bevan Swan's Facebook account, finding as much incriminating evidence as possible. And as you suspected, he wasn't very smart and kept broadcasting his ideals and plans on the internet, which a number of his like-minded buddies all supported. No surprises there. It's all here, you said excitedly. Literally everything is here. Yes, Tamaki said, leaning over to read one of Bevan's posts. But a lot of it's written cryptically. Yeah, you sighed with annoyance. I was worried you were going to say that. Like, we understand what's going on, but this isn't going to hold up as firm evidence in court. Tamaki nodded and snaked an arm around your waist. I'll just have to get him to admit it himself, he said. How? You asked, turning your head to look in his face. I need to get to that blue cloud that speaks and address it as Anarchy Lord and see what he says. Is there a recording device in game? If I have it recorded, it will be even easier to catch him. I don't know, but I can make you a recording device, he replied. I'm surprised at how many things I can make in this game. The updates have been awesome. Let's start tomorrow. The quicker we get onto it, the quicker that we can have him arrested and the quicker we can have BB disbanded. You nodded, smiling into his face, then leaning in and giving him a kiss on the tip of his nose. The next day in game, you and Butterfly awoke in the house beside Praetorian and Delilah's avatars. You had planned to all meet in game that afternoon, but they were running a little bit late, so you went to the shed out the back and started tinkering, making a recording device so you could give it to Butterfly for his mission. You hadn't even been working on it for about 20 minutes when you heard Delilah's voice behind you. Hey, she called as she approached the shed. So you're actually a high-level player too? I've only ever seen you in your commoner's gear. Yeah, this is my usual look, you said with a smile, gesturing to your blacksmith outfit. Sorry I had to lie to you. Nah, it's fine, she replied. I know we didn't really get to discuss everything yesterday, but Praetorian told me about what you guys are doing, and I'm all for it. I haven't had the best experience with BB. Yeah, I don't want to ask in case it brings up bad memories for you, but don't worry, we'll bring them all undone. She smiled at you gratefully, and you smiled back, then turned and kept working on your piece. Hey, so, thank you, she said shyly. Praetorian and I have been hanging out in game, and I really, really like her, and she likes me too, so I owe you thanks for getting us together. I didn't really do anything, you chuckled flippantly. You did all that by yourself. Well, anyway, I'm grateful, she said. Oh, that's where you got to, Praetorian said in his deep voice, stepping out the back door and giving Delilah a soft look. Oh, you're here, she said with a smile as she walked over to him. He greeted her with a hug, his hand slipping just that little bit low and brushing across the top of her backside. Oh, I see how it is, you thought with a devious smirk on your face. Just then some sounds below your island drew your attention, and you turned and walked to look over to the edge. On the bottom level you saw a small band of soldiers walking along, and you froze. Guards! You hissed. Are they with BB? How did they know that we're on this level? You stepped back quickly and turned to Praetorian and Delilah. Praetorian took a look as well and turned back to the house. It's time to go to war, he said, heading in to find Butterfly. They're here, you said in a breathless voice, chasing Praetorian inside and calling to Butterfly. I thought I sensed them here, he said, reaching back to pull out his chain whip sword to check it over. What's the plan? Praetorian asked. If they find their way up here, we fight, Butterfly said sternly. How did they find us here? You asked him. I don't know, but that doesn't matter, he said. Delilah, you stay inside the house. Praetorian, On and I will fight. Can I make flash bombs? You asked excitedly. I have enough material to make them. Yes, Butterfly replied. Oh yeah, you called excitedly. I'll start making some, even though I doubt they'll be able to find us up here, but just in case. It was about 15 minutes later that you heard the guards' voices getting closer as they climbed the rope ladders higher up, closer to your floating island. They're getting closer, Praetorian announced to you, and walked out to see how you were going in the shed. I've made 8, you announced. On, Butterfly called. We're going to need you out the front of the house. I'm coming, you said, scooping up your flash bombs and holding them in arms as you made for the house and then went through and out the front. Across the other side of the island you saw the guards coming over the top, and they saw you all standing there near the house at the same time that you saw them. "Come quietly," one guard called across to you, Butterfly and Praetorian. "You're under arrest." "Arrest?" you called back. "Arrested by a criminal group? I don't think so." The guards started towards the connecting bridge, and you picked up a flash bomb from the crook of your arm to toss at them. But in the distance behind them you saw a figure in the sky that made a devious smirk pull at your lips. Instead of throwing the flash bomb at the guards crossing to your island, you threw it up in the air and watched as it exploded high in the sky, the blinding light easily drawing the attention of the figure in the distance. You saw it change course slightly and come heading straight for you. "That's it! Yes!" you shouted loudly. "Come over here! Come on, this way!" The guards thought you were jeering them on, and they sped up their crossing a little. And there ends chapter 117. Stay tuned for chapter 118.